Hi and welcome to this class inspired by the warm, nurturing, supportive energies of the zodiac sign Cancer. We are doing yin today, so you are in for a very special treat. If you have a strap or a long belt or something that can sort of simulate a strap, I would recommend grabbing it now. You can definitely do this class without it, but I will cue almost every position with the strap. So if you have it, it'll just be a really nice support, but also an encouragement to help you get a little bit deeper into some of the positions. I also have a bolster and a couple of blocks, so I'm just going to really prop myself up for this class. Grab everything you can find at home, a cushion or books or something that can bring the floor a little bit closer to you. So that you can just completely let go in the stretches that we are encountering. And then when you have gathered all of your equipment, you can meet me seated on your mat, resting the hands anywhere in your lap, and then closing down your eyes, tuning in to your breath, starting to deepen the inhales, and controlling the exhales to be slightly longer than the breath in. And we're going to move into a pranayama exercise. So take a deep breath in through the nose. Make this little O shape with your mouth and slowly exhale through that shape as if you're blowing bubbles. Big breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Slowly controlling the air out. Keep doing that a few more rounds. Just notice how the body immediately calms down from just closing the eyes and focus in on the breath. Almost like this blanket of calm being wrapped around your shoulders, hugging you with the warm, gentle arms. Allow the shoulders to soften down and the face to relax. And the belly is relaxed, moving with the inhales and the exhales. Two more breaths. And then slowly blink your eyes open. We're going to start on our backs. Grab your strap if you have it. Otherwise, you can just lay down on your back. But if you have a strap, just bring it around your upper back. So we're going to hook it sort of like underneath the armpit area. And then come down to lay on our backs. Bring your right knee into your chest. And we are going to do a hamstring stretch here. So put the foot through the loop of your strap. Make sure that your strap is looped, by the way. I don't know if I said that at the beginning, but you need a loop in your strap. And then I want you to tighten the loop until you can feel that this leg is supported within the strap. So you might still need to use your hands, but this should take some of that effort out. And the knee can, of course, be a little bit bent if it's too much to have it fully straight. Some of you might be able to just rely on the strap here and release your hands down by your sides. And then once you have found the position that works for you, you can close the eyes. And just let the body relax, keeping this right leg supported in the strap. Really allowing the shoulders to sink down. If you're holding your legs or your leg, try to avoid tensing so much in the shoulders. Just let your arms be a support for that leg to stay up. As we move into a more and more relaxed state of being, check in with your body where you can notice that it's holding on to tension. Sometimes when we go out and about our day, we don't notice the little nooks and corners of the body where we're holding on. So as we have time to tune in here, find those little spots in your body and then very consciously release that. Just allow the body to let it go. And they might need some convincing, a few breaths or maybe even a whole position. So about 5 minutes spent on releasing one area of the body. We have about a minute left here. If you have any more length to be had, you can tighten the strap a little bit here. You might find that some of that tightness in your hamstrings have released from spending a few minutes in this stretch already. And then take another 3 deep breaths here. And then start to bend the knee, unhook the strap from underneath the foot and bring it over your knee. And we're now going to have to tighten the strap quite a lot more as we want the knee to be supported in towards the chest here without holding onto it. So just for a couple of moments, we're going to allow the knee to fall out to the right. The arms can just, let me just move my blocks out of the way. The arms can just be out from the shoulders and let the weight of the leg just drop out into the right. If you don't have a strap, you can hold the knee with your right hand. And if you have a strap, it will completely take the weight of the knee as you can focus in on just releasing around that hip and in the hip flexor. And just another few breaths here. And then come back to center. We're going to move this into a supine twist. Shuffle your hips over a little bit to the right, and then let the right knee drop to the left. So again, you should feel quite supported in the strap. And adjust the strap as you need to. I just noticed that my strap has to be a little bit looser for this position than the last. And then you can just open up the arms to the sides as the right knee is supported up towards the chest in your strap. Closing down the eyes, focusing in on the breath. In these positions, you can also, if your knee can't touch the floor, place your bolster or your block underneath your knee for some extra support. There's also an option to use the bolster or the block in the right hand or across the right shoulder if you want some extra weight there to ground the right arm down. And then surrendering the weight of your limbs to gravity. Take 3 more deep breaths here. And then release your leg out from the strap. Move your hips to center, arms down by your side. Just have a moment in the middle. Notice the difference between your right and your left side. And then when you're ready, hooking or hugging your left knee into your chest. Make sure you make the loop nice and big again so that you can place the sole of your foot into the strap. Bring it up underneath your upper back again if it's slid down, and then tighten it if that's available to you so that the leg feels like it's supported in the strap. And if you can, let the arms rest down by your side. The right knee can, of course, be bent. I didn't say that on the other side, but if the right knee being, or the bottom leg being straight is too much, you can bend it up, place the sole of the foot on the floor. And then like we did on the other side, check in with your shoulders. And with each breath, if you can, moving your focus through your body, spending a little bit extra time on those little nooks and corners around that are holding on to tension, asking the body to release. So the intention here behind the strap is to come into a yin practice that feels a little bit extra supported and encouraging when it comes to releasing but also deepening the postures. So if for you it feels like the opposite, if it feels like it's just in the way or bothering you, then definitely take it away and just do this practice without it. It's supposed to feel like a nice helper for your stretches. Take about 5 more deep breaths here, nice and slow. And then gently bend the knee, release the foot from your strap, tighten it to an appropriate loop, and then let your knee fall into the loop out on to the left side. You can open the arms out wide and just letting either the left hand or the strap take the weight of the leg. Focusing on completely releasing in and around the left hip. So we're not here for as long, but definitely just enjoy this delightful release. Take one more breath. And then bend in your right knee, just so that you can put the sole of your foot down, shift your hips over to the left, and then let the left knee drop to the right into your supine twist. Again, if you need to adjust your strap, maybe it needs to be looser or tighter here. For that knee to feel supported, fix that. Let your arms reach out to the sides. Option to put something underneath the left knee or in your hand or over your shoulder of the left arm. And then like we did on the other side, just letting gravity do the work for you here, pulling the weight of your knee on one side and pulling the weight of your shoulder and arm on the other side. Let's take 3 really slow deep breaths here. And then coming back to center, release the leg from the strap, move your hips to the middle, find a little mini Shavasana here as you just let both sides of the body drop down into the mat. And then from here, hugging both knees into your chest, give them a nice tight squeeze. Curl up into a little ball and then rock yourself up to sit. We're gonna come into a back bend. So if you have a bolster, you might wanna grab it just to have something to support your head on, maybe blocks, bolster blocks, whatever you got. Move it with you. Keep the strap around your hip this time, and then find a half pigeon position. Right leg is forward, left leg is back. And we're gonna start here with our torso upright into a back bend and a hip stretch. You can also use the bolster under your hands if you want to go deeper, or the blocks under your hands. So this is to find that elongation and extension of the spine, stretching the left hip flexors. Some of you might want to use your strap. So if you are, I would like you to loop it a little bit. Put it on like a purse so it goes over the right shoulder, and then bend your left foot, hook your foot into your strap, and then you should have it on like a backpack here. So this is gonna move the stretch into the quad as well. So whichever one you choose, we're not here for as long. We are gonna move into our forward fold as well. Don't worry. But wherever you are, finding this back bend first. So you'll notice if your leg is bent into your strap that this will stretch your quads quite a lot. So just take some deep breaths here. We have about 2 minutes here before we move into our fold. Taking 2 or 3 more breaths here, maybe lifting the chest up a little bit more. Deepening and slowing down the breath. And then we're going to lean forward into our half pigeon or sleeping swan position. You can keep your foot in your strap to emphasize the quad stretch in this. So of course, if you need to loosen the strap, you can. Or you can just release the foot altogether and do your normal sleeping swan. Otherwise, choose your position. And then let's drop in and over that right leg. We have about 3 minutes here, so nothing too crazy. Take about 3 more deep breaths here. And slowly lift up. Whew, that's a deep quad stretch for those of you that have the foot in the strap. Okay, that feels good. Let's just shake out the legs a little bit in front. They might feel a little bit sore, both of them, before we move to the other side. So now, sleeping swan, left leg is forward. And if you are doing the strap variation, the strap goes over the left shoulder like a purse or a bag. And then we are stretching that right leg back. Optional to stay here, something under your hands if you feel like you can go deeper into your back bend, or hooking your back leg into your strap. Oh, it's a bit awkward to get it there, but once it's there, it should be good. And then from there, finding your back bend. Okay, here we go, closing the eyes. A couple of minutes here. Remembering to lift the chest so you're not sinking into the position. This is a more active stretch than some of the other ones we've been doing. 3 more breaths here. And then without the foot in the strap, coming forwards into a forward fold over your left leg. For about 3 minutes here. Last deep breath in. And out. And coming up. Unhook your foot and come up to a seat. Whew, that is intense, but so good. Okay, changing it up. We are sticking with the strap for those of you that are using it for a side bend. So I want you to stretch out your left leg. You're going to keep the strap sort of high up underneath that right armpit. The bolster, if you have it, might be really nice here to put on top of the left leg. So from here, we are hooking the strap around the sole of the foot once again. So do a little lasso catch of that foot. And then we are basically using the strap to assist us deeper into our side bend here. That's why I like the bolster here, because it makes me feel really nice and supported, and I can sort of just rest my weight on the strap, bend the elbow, maybe resting the head in the hand, and this right arm, it can reach overhead. I don't find it to be necessary when I have the strap, so I like to just let it hang down. Otherwise, if you don't have a strap and it feels like you need the extra reach by reaching the arm overhead, of course, it's your practice. Do what you need to. And then when you enter your pose, close the eyes and find your breath. As your body sort of gives in to lengthening and releasing, you can put some more tension on the strap by tightening it to get a little bit more of a pull into your position. We got about a minute left here, so deep breaths as we sink into it. Last full breath in. Long breath out. And then releasing the strap. Oh, come back up if you're able to. Whew. And then we're just going to switch straight to the other side. Stretch your right leg long. Move your bolster if you're using it. I would, which you've probably figured out by now, recommend having the loop of the strap in front of you so you don't have to reach behind your body to tighten it if you would like to, or loosening it for that matter. And then lasso catch your right foot. Bring the strap up underneath your armpit. Support yourself with whatever you have, a bolster, a pillow, your elbow, the head in your hand. And then make sure that this top shoulder is not sort of hanging forwards and you're looking down at the floor. We want to roll the chest open so that we are completely sideways and you can find that stretch from your hip up towards your armpit on the left side. And as we did on the other side, once you find your position of choice, close down the eyes. And let your breath be the only thing that moves your body. Take 3 more really deep body nurturing breaths here. And then open the eyes, hook your foot. Oh, it's hard to come up and out of that, isn't it? Whew. Okay, from here, just for a moment, cross your legs, sit upright, close the eyes, come back to that position we started in, just to recalibrate a little bit before we move on. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. And then you can open the eyes. Moving into our next position is a forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Here, I've realized it's much easier to have the loop so that you can pull the strap towards you if you are going to need to tighten it. And then hook the strap around your feet. Oh, that is a bit tight. I need to definitely loosen that up. And then stretch your knees. So this strap should be like high up underneath your armpit, over your upper back. If that's too much, you can bring it lower as well. This is another place where the bolster can come in and be a nice support. Even a block, if you have one. Oh my gosh, we're going all out on the props today if you need them. So this strap is to encourage your torso to come forward and down a little bit closer to the legs, and then all of your props is to just make sure that you're not in, you're not suffering here. You are nice and held in the depth that you have chosen. See if you can really release your arms, your hands. Gently let the fingers curl in. Let the shoulders and the head be nice and heavy. Take your last 3 long, deep breaths here. Making the exhale slightly longer than the inhale. Then lifting your torso up, unhooking the feet, coming up to a seat. Moving into our last position. The bolster is now going to go behind your back the long way. Make sure it's all the way up towards your hips. And we are using the strap this time around our feet for a supported butterfly. So now the strap will be around the hips, and it will probably be able to be quite tight, but see how comfortable you feel with the heels close to your hips, because they will be pulled in as you lay back as well. So then just release your body over the bolster or down onto the floor if you don't have a bolster. Open the arms to the sides and let your body melt on either side of the bolster or on either side of your body. This is our alternative Shavasana today, so the last position we get into. Enjoy for the next 4 to 5 minutes. Just allow yourself to sink and soften into this position. Imagine that the floor and the support you have underneath you has come up to meet you exactly where you are, to support every gram of your body, every inch of your body, for the sole purpose of allowing you to surrender your whole weight down and into the ground you are upon. The floor is meeting you, supporting you, holding you up, allowing you to melt down and give all of your weight. Take a deep breath in from here. A long breath out. And then making little movements with your fingers and toes. Maybe you want to wiggle your feet out from the strap and stretch them long just for a moment. Give them a shake. Reaching the arms overhead if you like. Give yourself a big stretch. Take a breath in. And then coming up to a seat from here. Just finally, we can remove this strap to the side. Coming in to that position we started in, closing the eyes. And then just see if you can notice, if you remember what it was like to be here about an hour ago. Just notice the difference in your body physically, but also in your mind, your emotional landscape as well, maybe. And then let's gather the hands at the heart center, bowing the head to the fingertips. In gratitude to ourselves, to the practice, and to each other, namaste. Thank you so much for being here. This was supposed to be a 30-minute yin class, but I enjoyed it so much myself. I extended it accidentally more or less to an hour, so I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. These are the energies that Cancer gives us, what the zodiac sign of Cancer represents. It's the nurturing, the warmth, the calm, mothering sort of energy. So I hope you feel nurtured from the inside out after this class, and I hope to see you in my next one. Thank you so much for practicing with me.